All right, today we're diving into a piece of tech that's basically giving our physical world a digital brain. It's called AIoT, and it's this really powerful mashup of artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things. So let's get right into it. Just think about it for a second. Picture a factory where a critical machine just stops with no warning, or a city power grid that completely buckles under a sudden heat wave. For a long time, our connected world has been awesome at sensing problems, right? But not so great at thinking ahead. It's all reactive. But what if we could change that? What if our devices could go beyond just seeing the world and actually start to think for themselves?
Okay, so first things first, let's break down this buzzword. What in the world is AIoT, and what does it really mean when we say it's giving the physical world a brain?
At its heart, AIoT is where two giant technologies smash together. The best way to think about it is like this. The Internet of Things, or IoT, that's the body's nervous system. Its sensors are the eyes and ears constantly gathering information, and its actuators, those are the hands, the things that actually do stuff. But a nervous system by itself, it's just reactive. It feels heat, it pulls away. That's where the AI comes in. The AI is the brain. It takes all that data from the senses, it learns from it, and it makes smart, calculated decisions. So you put them together, and suddenly you have a system that can truly sense, think, and act all on its own.
Okay, that's the theory, but where does the rubber meet the road? Let's step inside a smart factory, because this is one of the best places to see AIoT solving real, tangible problems, like right now.
So one of the absolute biggest game changers in the factory is something called predictive maintenance. The old way. You either fix machines on a strict schedule, whether they need it or not, or worse, you wait for them to break. And that means expensive downtime. AIoT just flips that whole script. You've got sensors listening to vibrations, checking temperatures, feeding all this data to an AI. The AI learns what healthy looks and sounds like for that machine. And then it can spot these tiny, subtle signs that a failure is coming, sometimes weeks before it happens. It's literally the difference between a scheduled checkup and a frantic trip to the emergency room. And the results of this? Oh, they are huge. In heavy manufacturing, this proactive approach can slash unplanned machine downtime by up to 40%. I mean, just think about that. That is a massive boost in productivity, a huge cost savings, all because you made a machine smart enough to ask for help before it breaks down.
But it's not just about maintenance. AIoT is rewiring the entire factory floor. You've got AI-powered cameras that can spot microscopic defects way faster and more accurately than the human eye. You have smart systems that analyze energy use and shut down idle machines to cut waste. Tools and parts are tracked in real time, so you never waste time looking for them. And maybe most importantly, it's making workers safer, with wearables and cameras that can spot a dangerous situation and prevent an accident before it even has a chance to happen.
So we've seen what AIoT can do. Pretty cool, right? But how does it all work? Let's peel back the layers and actually look at the tech that makes the magic happen, from the tiniest sensor all the way up to the cloud.
So everything, and I mean everything, starts right here with the physical layer. This is the system's senses. Back in our smart factory, these are those vibration and temperature sensors we talked about, or the high-def cameras on the assembly line. They are the eyes and the ears, just constantly grabbing raw data from the world around them.
Now, here's the thing. Sending every little bit of that data all the way to a central brain would be way too slow for some things. That's where Edge AI comes in. Think of it as the system's reflexes. If that factory machine starts to vibrate like crazy, you need to shut it down now, in milliseconds, not seconds. Edge AI puts the intelligence right there on the device itself. This lets it make those split-second decisions and take instant action without having to phone home to the cloud. And finally, we get to the cloud. This is the system's long-term memory, its center for deep thought. The cloud is where you aggregate the data from every machine in the entire factory, maybe even from factories all over the world. This is where the really heavy-duty analysis happens. You can spot long-term trends, you can train even smarter AI models, and then you can push those new, improved brains back down to the edge devices. So you see, it's not edge versus cloud. It's a partnership, a really powerful one. The edge handles the super fast real-time reflexes on the ground. Meanwhile, the cloud is doing the deep thinking and figuring out the big picture strategy. They're constantly in this feedback loop where the big data insights from the cloud make the real-time actions on the edge smarter and smarter over time. Okay, so we've covered the what and the how. Now let's zoom way out and look at where all this is headed. Because the future of AIoT isn't just about a connected world, it's about an intelligently connected world. And let me tell you, this is not some far-off sci-fi dream. The market is absolutely exploding. We're talking about a global AIoT market that's projected to leap from about $18 billion in 2024 to nearly $80 billion by 2030. That kind of growth isn't just a trend, it's a fundamental shift in how our world works. A huge reason for this growth is that it's getting easier to get started. You might think building these systems is impossibly complex, but really, it now follows a pretty clear path. First, you define your problem. Then, you pick the right hardware, the sensors and devices. Next, you train an AI model on your data. And finally, you deploy it and test it out. It's becoming a real roadmap that's letting more and more people build these incredible intelligent solutions. And looking even further ahead, well, we can expect a few massive trends to really take off. Intelligence is going to be everywhere, embedded in nearly every connected device you can imagine. We're going to see truly autonomous systems, like lights-out factories that basically run themselves. There's going to be a huge push for sustainability, using AIoT to slash energy use and waste. And we'll see really clever new approaches like federated learning, which lets AI models learn from tons of devices without ever seeing your private data. You know, there's a quote that just nails this whole idea perfectly. It says, AI is becoming the operating system of the physical world, and IoT is its eyes, ears, and hands. I just think that's a simple but really profound way to think about this whole transformation.
So yeah, this isn't a maybe thing. This shift is happening all around us. The combination of AI and IoT is building a world that's more responsive, more efficient, and way more proactive, which really just leaves us with one final thought. The question isn't if our world is going to get smarter, but what part of it is going to become intelligent next.